Hey guys, I'm Ado,
It's your boy Ak.
and this is The Cage. Yo, it's been a while since we posted up something, man.
I know,
I
man.
know you went through some troubles.
Definitely some troubles.
Listen, man.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, I tell you what though, I told people a long time ago to stop it. Because it happened to me, happened to others. It's gonna keep happening. Nobody wants to do something about
I
it.
know, but that's just
Don't do I miss it? I miss it?
yeah. But like, you gotta get the. I don't think they know what we're talking about right now.
Yeah, so okay, so let me give details. We'll talk about American football because that's how I'm always gonna abbreviate that sport as an American football. It's not football, okay?
True football,
Okay, whatever. So
American sport.
every Sunday in our community, we gather.
We try every Sunday.
Which you try. I mean, for years back then, it was really like
Yeah,
it was intense. Everybody was playing, and I don't play football. I don't watch football. I don't know nothing about football. But they told me one time. So before I jump into that, I got injured, messed up his knee. Accident happened. You know what I'm saying? When you play tackle football,
Yeah.
shit happens. So, alhamdulillah, you're good. You know what I'm saying? I don't think nothing major.
Well, I mean, there's major injuries, but we'll see. Inshallah, everything's good. It's all right.
Yeah,
Alhamdulillah, you know what I
it's-
mean. It is what it is. Can't
Could have been
complain.
worse.
Yeah, it could have been worse.
Your neck could have been
Bro,
broken.
wallah, I felt like when it happened, I felt like if I didn't like, you ever feel like when you get stuck, and you're like, yo, I have to get out of this situation. Like if your leg gets stuck,
Yeah.
or if your arm gets stuck or something, like, yo, I gotta get my leg out or my arm out, or it's
Or
gonna
it's-
it's gonna like break in half.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
when like if someone does like a UFC move.
Yes.
If you don't tap out, they're gonna break.
Yeah,
your,
that's it.
yeah.
You're gonna break your arm. Yeah.
That's how I felt with my leg. when
Billy-
it got-
Billy did that one.
exactly to you when my leg got stuck. I thought if I didn't get my leg out the mud, if I couldn't get my leg out the mud, I felt like my leg was gonna like it was gonna have like those nasty, those nasty injuries where we've been seeing recently where
Khalas.
where the ankles looks like it's
Yeah,
I
oh,
thought that
man.
was gonna happen.
Well, that's
Didn't it though? Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, it didn't happen. So, but that's what happened with me. Years ago, there was like, yo, Ado, come through. You're gonna start playing football. You're tall. You can probably catch. Tom Brady, Tom
you were
Brady.
talking shit too.
I was.
Okay,
I'm not
so-
gonna deny that.
Okay.
So, anyways, I went a couple weeks. I did it good.
You
Like
did alright.
I did all right. You know what I'm saying? Yemeni's are short, usual, mashallah. So I was like, I was doing all the Beckhams on him. I was jumping, catching, and everything.
Okay.
You okay? All right.
I respect that.
So, but I'll never forget this day. I had to go somewhere with the family. So I finished playing. They were still playing. I was like, guys, I gotta go. I went to my car. I literally started like taking off my cleats and everything. And there's Abdul Kawi. Ado, come back. One more play. I was like, all right, whatever. Dude, I went back on the field. I caught a play. I caught
A slant down the middle.
yeah, exactly. I caught it, turned around, and I'm not gonna mention his name, but he slipped. He was known to be clumsy kid.
Oh, I
But-
already know who you're talking
yeah,
about.
but he did slip, and his shoulder literally went into my knee, and boom, I knew right there and then. Like, the way the pain hit, I knew it was like, I don't know what an ACL torn is or MCL whatever, but I knew
I heard something bad.
I heard it was something bad. That day I couldn't walk. I was limping all day. I remember going.
How long were you limping for? Like, how long did you have the limp?
Man, I limped for days, dude. Like limping. So I went to see the doctor. They did an X-ray, and it was a partially torn ACL.
You mean MRI?
MRI.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they did do also X-ray just to
They have to do X-ray.
Yeah.
For insurance.
So did an MRI, and basically they said, I was like, yeah, man, partially torn. I
or
said,
partially torn ACL?
yes, but it was like literally on the brink of just.
Tearing.
But I do remember going indoor playing soccer like weeks later, and I was just playing goalie. I was just messing around, and I jumped up for the ball, and I felt like somebody took a knife and just something slid like literally
Really?
in the middle of my knee, and I knew it right there and then. I was like, oh, that's it, it's gone.
Oh, I
now.
remember. Then you just left.
I just left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I left and whatever.
But
I-
that was dumb on your part.
Yeah, of course. But I was planning on to see a specialist anyways. So I got the surgery done. Not my first surgery, by the way. I had another surgery. I had a injury on my hip where they just had to a small incision. It wasn't that big deal. But That was years before that.
Mm.
So I'll never forget. Let's talk about this right now.
Let's talk about it.
Have you ever gone under the knife? Have you ever had a surgery? Done either?
Yeah, when I was a kid.
Like what?
I had some eye surgery done when I was a kid, like 5, 6 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why I look stupid. Stuff.
No, I don't know.
This
me and my
person.
brother had eye surgery when we were younger. I don't know.
But it wasn't. Well, it didn't look like a major thing.
It wasn't. It was.
Oh.
We were in the hospital for I think for a couple days.
How old were you?
I don't know, like 5, 6.
Oh, you
We
don't
were
remember
young.
shit,
I remember being in the hospital, but I don't remember I remember after the surgery, but I don't remember really much before or anything.
That could have been you
I
being born. Maybe you remember.
No,
that.
I don't remember that. What is your first memory? As I know we're going way off topic. What's
Yeah.
your first memory of life?
Ooh, I'm trying to go way back.
Because I can vividly. I know my first memory. Like my first memory.
Honestly, in my honest opinion,
Yeah.
I do remember some war stuff going on.
And how old are you?
Man, I had to be 6, 7.
Okay, so the earliest you remember is like 6, 7.
Yeah, it's tough to remember all that. I'm looking at my mom's. See, my mom's got a lot of pictures of us from back home,
Yeah.
and I see those pictures. But I'm trying to think of memorizing, like trying to visualize that moment. I tell you what, though, I do have a very vivid memory. Samir had to be just born, my
Mhm.
brother, and I was at the time I was about 3 years old.
So you remember 3.
I do remember 3 because there's this picture of me and my cousins. No, that's a different year. Now it has to be around. Yeah, I do remember this picture. My cousin holding Samir as a baby, and I'm just standing there, and I got this dumbass outfit. It's corduroys with the thing down,
Yeah,
some
so,
boater
yeah.
ass shit. You
No,
know?
I mean that was the
And I-
style back in the 1950s.
I'm not that old, bitch. So I remember looking at that picture and I was like, yo, for some reason, I remember that moment of that picture being taken. My mom telling me, stand next to your cousin. So maybe, but memories? Oh, dude, I remember when I got clobbered by a pipe right in the head. So that's why I got the scar. You see the scar right here?
Yeah. How old are you?
5.
5.
5 years old.
I think that's my earliest memory too. 5.
Well, back then we didn't have nothing to do but play war. So this is before the war. I remember that because I was coming right up the stairs from my house that was just building a next door neighbor, and that kid goes there in a pipe and just boom hit me in the head, and I just remember bleeding,
like gushing blood.
gushing blood from like it was probably cartoon anime shit, like just this blood like.
That's
You know what I'm
nuts.
saying? It was. I do remember that. And then the week later, I fell again. It was already crushed. A week later, I fell again. I hit my head on the door.
Man, you're a klutz.
Yeah. So if you can see, there's probably you see 2 lines
You
different.
see? Want to move your finger? I do see 2 lines.
Because the same week I got hit with a pipe and then I hit the edge of the door.
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
It does almost look.
Yeah, it looks like Harry Potter shit. I'm not a magician though.
Yeah, that's true. You're not Harry Potter either. You don't got glasses.
I was gonna take my glasses. Anyways, what was your earliest memory?
5 years old. I was in the kitchen.
Damn, that's very specific.
Very specific. I was in the kitchen, and my mom was sitting on the counter talking to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, for some reason, I'm like, yo, that's my mom. And I'm like, yo, that's my first ever memory. And it's like everything was off. And then the flip like switched on, and it's me there. And I'm like, yo, that's my mom sitting in front of me. I'm like, yo, that's my mom. I'm like, yo.
Do you remember the conversation she had?
No,
It
no,
just-
I don't remember.
You just remember that
Bro,
moment.
I felt like that's when my life started at 5 years
5
old.
years
Yeah,
old.
like that. Like I don't remember nothing.
I don't
at
know.
all.
I don't know how anybody remembers anything below
No,
5.
there's some people that remember there's people that remember like early stuff like I mean 2, 3 maybe. No, I don't know about 2, but like 3 years old. Like you said, you remember something about 3, but they just have to look at certain pictures.
Yeah, you gotta look at a certain
Yeah.
picture. I don't
And
remember
then-
that
and
moment.
And then it triggers it. That's crazy. Those subhanAllah, you know what I mean? How a picture can trigger.
Does your family have a lot of kids' pictures?
Yeah.
Like my mom saved it all.
Yeah.
We when the war started in Bosnia, when we moved, my mom brought boxes of pictures. Like my mom was like, we're taking this. And when we were leaving the country as refugees, there was no like, oh yeah, let's take the stove.
Yeah.
Let's take no.
Take
It's
whatever
like
you can take and
whatever you can take at that moment because you got a couple days to go,
Yeah.
and that was it. So I remember I'm so grateful that my mom.
Oh yeah.
And then my mom has so many pictures when we were in Germany, bro. Like I remember just growing up, she has a lot of pictures. I do that with same with my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, definitely. Pictures are definitely like.
man, it's great memories, man.
Man, they trigger a lot of memories. Yeah, we got a lot. I got a picture when I was in the newspaper at like 2 years old, cause when I broke my leg at 2. Yeah, I was trying to climb the door and I fell and I broke my leg.
So okay, so you've been had the surgery.
No, I never had surgery when I was 2. I just broke my leg and they had me in the news because it was like Christmas time and they were giving kids gifts, and they took a picture of me playing with a gift and I was like. And
2 years old.
Yeah, and they put me in the newspaper
With a cast.
Yeah, no, well, you only see my face, and then you see like the bed that I'm in.
Yeah.
What is it called again?
You in a cage.
In the cage.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah.
cage. Basically, I was in a cage, and I was playing with my. And they spelled my name like.
Ikram.
No, they called it El Kareem.
Okay.
I was like, what the hell is that?
Who the hell's this sound bitch?
That doesn't even sound like me.
Let me ask you because you have your brother AK,
Yeah.
twins.
Yeah.
Have you do you guys remember any memories of you discovering? Holy shit! There's another guy in here that looks exactly like
There's
me.
a very vivid memory. I mean, not a memory. This was when we were a lot older.
Yeah.
I forgot whose wedding it was. So we're in somebody's truck,
Yeah.
and I'm sitting passenger, and AK sitting behind me.
Okay.
So I'm sitting passenger. We're all dressed up, and AK is looking at the rear view mirror.
Yeah. So from the back.
So he's looking. I'm just standing there looking outside,
Okay.
and then I end up looking at the rear view mirror. But I don't I'm not. He sees a different angle because when
Of
you
course.
look at a mirror, it's different angles.
Yes.
And you just hear him in the background saying, "Yo, like, stop looking at me." So I'm dozing off, and he keeps saying, "Yo, stop looking at me." I'm like, "Yo, what the hell's going on?" He's like, "Yo, stop looking at me. What's wrong with you? Stop looking at me." And then he's like, "Oh shit, that's me looking in the mirror." I was like, "This guy's in the bed, wallah."
How old were you guys?
We were like, it was like we're teenagers, 16, 17. This is not like we're little ass kids. We were a lot
That's
older.
a funny ass shit,
I was like,
Allah.
what the hell? I'm like, yo.
Allah, that is too funny. So let's go back. Surgery.
Yeah,
Okay. So I had to get a surgery done, and that was my first time when they had to put me to sleep.
Okay.
Bro, if you never been put to sleep for a surgery, it is freaking weird, man.
It's a weird ass. It happened when I got my wisdom teeth removed.
Okay.
So I told him to put me to sleep.
Yeah. But I remember, I was on an operating table.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember they wheeled me in, okay? And they wheeled me in and they strapped me down, and I remember they took out a wooden panel came on. They put my leg arm in, right? So they strapped my arm. I was already running IV. They gave me some pills for motion sickness or something like that. I forgot. They give you some pills so you don't get motion sick, so you don't throw up. I don't know.
Oh, something you don't throw up.
Yes.
That's basically, so you just don't throw up. Okay.
Exactly. So it tasted like crap. I remember that. Went in, bro, and then the guy was like, "Okay, we're gonna start thinking." I remember my arm burning, bro. I was like burning like hell. I was like, "What the frick?" And then I was like, "Just count till 10 or count to backwards to 10." Poof, fell asleep, bro.
Yeah.
Gone. Woke up. Next day, felt like a train ran me over. I was like, "What the?" So I asked the nurse. I was like, "Yo," I was like, she was like, "How's the pain?" I was like, "Man," it was like 1 to 10. 1 is the worst. I was like, 1. And then she hit me off with that. Bam.
Wait,
you know,
what?
like, what was your pain?
1 to 10. 1 is the least. 10 is the worst.
Vice versa. Who cares, bro? I mean,
Okay.
I don't remember vividly.
I know. Okay.
So I don't work in a hospital like you. Like I
know,
remember.
but like that's common sense. If someone says 1 to 10, how bad is your 1 to 10? How bad
number
is your pain?
one. Number one is
1 would be the lightest.
Okay, so
10 is the worst.
Okay, so I went around. I said 10. All right, are you happy now? Medically and do
Medically.
son of a bitch. All right, listen.
Okay.
So I'm in freaking pain, dude.
Yeah.
So freaking they put me they gave me things. So it was a really bad experience waking up from that surgery. Fast forward, I finally get my approval for my knee surgery, and this happened like 6 years ago, dude.
Yeah.
Okay. 6 years ago, this is crazy. I'll never forget this. Same thing. I went to the place. They gave me the pills. They started. I was like, before they even wheeled me in the surgery room, I was in a cart. You know,
Mhm.
like a bed. You know, lady's talking to me. She's like giving me thing. I was like, okay, we're gonna start the thing, and it was a smooth transition. I just went like, bam,
You went
knocked
out,
out,
yeah.
went out again, and that's the crazy part, man. Like, imagine people putting you to sleep, and y- by force.
Mm.
It's I don't know. For me, it's a crazy thing to
It
think.
is. No, yeah, that is true. Because
It's a
no
scary
matter-
thing,
It is, yeah.
you know. So I woke up, but this time around,
You felt good.
bro, they pumped me up good.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I woke up and I was smiling.
No,
Already,
definitely.
you know,
That's the best you probably ever felt after. Like,
man.
'cause
I
remember you
felt
telling
good.
me. I remember you telling me after the surgery, like you couldn't even sleep.
No,
Because of how bad the pain was.
yeah, well,
Later on.
later on,
Yeah.
later on when it wore off,
Yeah, when I
because
believe-
they say knee pain is no joke.
Yeah,
you know?
it is. Yeah.
So they cut my knee open and all that stuff. But so there's two type of ACL. I could be wrong here, but there's two type. They either take your muscle from your thigh or anywhere
Ligament,
else,
yeah, ligament from
Li-
the
yeah.
sky, yeah.
and then they repair it, or they take a cartilage from the front of your knee. So when I asked the doctor what is the difference, he was like, there's a slighter chance of this there, and I was like, it's like there's a longer recovery and hurts more. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's. I was like, man, I don't care, man. I wanted to play soccer again. You know,
Okay.
if I didn't care, I would have just done that one and just called it a day.
Yeah,
You know.
okay.
So they did it. So they pumped me with drugs, man. I don't know if it was morphine or I don't know what the hell it was, man. You know, it was strong.
Okay.
Woke up, I was in La La Land. I knew exactly what was going on. I looked like shit, and my wife decided to record me. Why? I don't know, because I was making funny comments, right?
Okay.
So, ladies like upstairs, the nurse tell my my wife like when you get home, make sure you do this.
Yeah.
And then she said, because he has the cast on or whatever, it's like make sure he takes like a sponge bath with leg not being in there. And dude, I lose it. I lose it at that very moment because when she said sponge bath, that's it.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob came in my head,
I know.
and it was a wrap. I couldn't stop. I was like, SpongeBob, and that's it. She brought out the camera, started recording. I'm gonna try to find that image. I don't care.
I know. I thought I saw that video.
Oh, you guys saw it.
You were blabbing.
I was blabbing. So anyway, started singing the SpongeBob song. You know what I'm saying? And I was doing one of these like the Jim Carrey's.
Yeah, I saw
I
that.
was-
That's the part I remember.
So anyway, I was loaded. I finally snapped out of it. I was better. It was the same day. Boom, I was leaving.
Yeah.
I left the same day. I remember coming there. Doctor gave me ibuprofen, and gave me what is that called? Hydrocodone. Yeah. I never.
Lower tab.
Lower tabs. Yeah. I never had lower tabs in my life. I never had lower tabs in my life.
Yeah.
So can I continue with this story?
Sure can.
All right.
Sure can, buddy.
So, get home, and the doctor said, "Listen, every 4 hours, you gotta rotate. You're gonna take
Lower tab and
lower tab, and then 4 hours ibuprofen. Lower tab, ibuprofen. Right. So I got home, I took it, and for some reason I fell asleep. Boom, I fell for like 9 hours. 9 hours, I fell asleep straight. Woke up, it was the middle of the night. No, it was about 9 o'clock at night because I remember the surgery was early in the morning. By the time I got home, blah, blah, blah. So I felt good. I was like, man, this feels good. I'm chilling. I've got no pain. My leg is still numb. And I was good. The next day, that night, I was like, I don't need to take no medicine. I'm fine. I'm chilling. That was a big mistake.
Yeah.
Okay? Because I was like, I don't want to take these low tabs,
Yeah.
What a huge freaking mistake, Ak. Because I missed a shift of pills, and then I didn't sleep for the next 24 hours. I remember that vividly.
Because how much pain you were in?
The pain, the numbness of the leg went away, and the pain came. And it was pain I never experienced in my life, dude.
For real?
It was so bad that once I realized the pain was coming, I was like, oh shit, I better take my pills.
And it was too late.
It was too late. I had
That
to suffer for a good 4 to 5 hours.
That happened to me, wallah.
It was nasty.
I know.
Dude.
Well, that literally happened when I took my my lower tab.
Yeah.
When I didn't take my lower tab, because I had my wisdom teeth pulled,
Yeah.
and
Oh, I wouldn't play with that. Hell no.
but then he's like, when we pulled your top wisdom tooth, we chipped a little of the bone of your jaw. I don't know what he said. We chipped a little of your bone. And
Good
he's
job,
like,
Doc.
And then he was like, when you get home, make sure you take a lower tab right away. Because after surgery, I felt good. You know?
Yeah, of course, because the numbness is still
yeah,
there. Yeah.
everything felt good, and I was blabbing and whatever. And so my brother takes me home, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not trying to really take these lower tabs.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm gonna hold off on it as much as I can. But the lady was telling me, when you get home, make sure you take it right away, because if the pain kicks in, the lower tab is not gonna it's not gonna really be effective.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I started feeling like you could tell that medication,
Your numbness is coming off,
and you could start feel it like radiating, like that pain is starting to like, okay, now I'm starting to feel it, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go eat something real quick.
Because you don't know empty stomach. Yeah.
So I ate. No one was home, and we had like maraq left, some maraq. So I was like, I'm just gonna eat some maraq and khubz, just something to get in my stomach, bro, or maraq and bread, because I could just put it on my tongue.
Yeah, khubz bread.
Yeah.
Just thanks for translating.
No, literally bread, not khubz.
Oh,
like
okay.
literally like loaf of bread.
Loaf of bread. All
Because
right.
I would put the maraq, put it on my tongue, and just let it dissolve, because that's what it.
Of course,
it'll
yeah.
dissolve.
You can't really chew. Yeah.
Exactly, because I was scared about the wisdom teeth.
Yeah.
I had no stitches, so.
Oh, so it was open.
It was not open. He's like, your gums were very elastic. So when we cut them, they close by, like they're still closed, but you still don't want to eat anything to get it. He's like, we could have done. He's like, I was getting ready to do stitches, but your gums already.
We're closing in,
were
and it was like,
look, there's no point. It's gonna heal by itself. So I was like, all right, fine, whatever. I was
Yeah.
like, okay. And then I started feeling that pain, and it started radiating and radiating. I was like, yo, I ate the bread and maraq,
popped
and
in
I
the
popped
pill.
the lower tab.
It was too late.
It was too late. And then the thing is,
Shit.
they say tooth pain is the worst pain because.
Hell yeah.
Because it spreads, and it was like
Your
my
nervous
whole-
system is right there.
yeah.
You know.
and it's that was a blab, but that was a blab.
What about the nervous system?
The nervous, yeah, I mean, because
There's a lot of nerves over here, bro.
there you go, a lot of nerve endings, but you're saying your nervous system is right there. Your nervous system is everywhere.
Well, yeah, it's true, but the majority of your not majority.
No.
Majority is in your spine. I know that.
Okay.
Goes
But
that
you might be
goes
right.
through your brain.
Maybe I think it's the brain, maybe. Cause
Well,
that's
it's in the brain, but this is where everything meets over here to connect to the brain.
Dr. Ado, welcome to Dr. Ado, class with Dr. Ado. You know who we should have here next time?
I want the ECC.
with the doctor, you and Dr. Tango.
Oh yeah, we have to. So yeah,
Dr. Tango.
we talked to him.
We'll talk.
He has to clear his schedule because
Yeah,
he's a very busy
very,
man
very
at the
busy man.
hospital, man.
Especially with COVID going on. and
Oh my
everything. He's
God,
busy
yeah.
in the ER.
Yeah.
But
He's security officer too now.
he's a lot of things.
There's a lot of things. Yeah.
He's a man of many traits.
Man of mystery.
I think a man of many traits.
I don't know. What would you rather be? A man of mystery or man of many trades?
I mean, it depends what the mystery is. You know.
Well, it's a mystery. You can't.
I know.
You can't know. You can't know.
I'd rather be a man of many traits.
Like what?
Many traits. I have a man of many traits.
If you could be something of many traits, what traits would you pick? Not to impress others.
Language.
First of all,
language.
Damn, I was gonna choose that.
Language. I would like to know all.
Multilingual.
Well, you're already multilingual, mashallah.
I know, but I speak every language a little bit.
Okay,
It's funny though. My German is stronger than my Bosnian for some reason. I don't know why.
Because you grew up.
Yeah, probably. We
You're
talked
speaking-
about that the other day.
Yeah,
Remember?
when you're driving.
Yeah, when we were driving, me and Ox sometimes would just get in the car and drive.
We're going home from chilling. That's what we
Yeah.
were doing.
Yeah, I mean, just you needed a ride. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you have some good conversations like
Yeah.
that. You know?
Yeah. Go ahead, continue.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Well, you're right.
So I wanted to pick. Yeah, I do speak multiple, but I'm talking about like. Don't get me wrong. I would trade all my languages to speak Arabic. You know what I'm saying? Like to read the Quran and everything properly. Okay.
mashallah.
But what language would you pick to learn? You're probably gonna say Japanese,
Yeah, probably. Yeah, Japanese, Spanish,
Italian, all day.
Italian. Yeah, definitely Italian.
Hey, Coveracci.
Yeah.
Hey, spaghetti e peperoni.
Get some bonbons and juju.
Ox gonna pay for it.
Hey, let me get some bonbons and juju, baby.
So, but many trades, multilingual,
Language.
and then
Multilingual.
multilingual.
Mhm.
Okay,
Language.
and I mean, man of many traits is knowing how to do something.
Knowing how to do a lot of things.
Yes, I tell you what's even people underestimate this: being a quick learner. Being a
Yeah.
quick learner is vital to anything. Because I know some people, some people got some jobs. They literally 2 weeks instead of a 2 year degree into something.
Yeah, but that's
Learn something so quick, and of course you're gonna have your training
but
at the
those
job.
but those people, the person that learns very quickly, a lot of them are people of many traits because they could just learn a lot of things real quick.
Yeah, but at some point you had at some point of your life, you wanted to be the man of mystery. Where
Yeah, I know, but what if
I always imagined.
I know, but man of mystery can be weird.
Check this out. I always
Like-
imagined. This is me speaking hypothetically, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hypothetically, you know me, everybody knows me, and everything. And what if one day you turn on TV and my face is on there?
You could go into jail for something. That's what I'm.
Let's just say, yeah, I mean, yeah.
If I see you on the news, the first thing I'm thinking is this guy
Admitted
did something.
something.
Something that he.
But this whole time I was not me. I was somebody else, like a double agent, some shit. You know.
You're taking this from a movie, Ado.
I mean, yeah. I mean, well, that's man of mystery.
Yeah. Okay. I see.
Can you imagine? And then the whole community or whatever, I'm like, what the hell? That's not Ado. And then it's like, yeah, this man, you know, he's an ex-CIA agent,
So, okay.
double cover.
Okay. So my question is, this is my question.
Go on.
What are you doing after that happens? Are you going back to your old life, or are you going back? Like, are you gonna leave everything in your new life, or are you going back to your old life, or are you gonna be like, yo, forget my old life. This is my
No,
life.
I disappear.
You disappear.
I
First
just,
thing I'm
the
doing.
face of the earth.
Okay, first thing I'm doing is beating the shit out of Sub-Zero. That's the first thing I'm doing. That's the first thing I'm doing. I'm fighting Sub-Zero. I gotta get my head. I gotta get my
That
head
is a
on.
movie. It's a movie.
Yeah.
That's when I think of Man of Mystery. That's
No, actually, never mind. I
would.
would actually. I'll be like, yo, I'll actually call him and apologize, because at the end of the day, it's still your son. So if I do it,
But you
later-
have to be interviewed like you
Yeah,
did
yeah.
the podcast with.
Yeah,
me.
but the thing is, like, let's say I beat him up, and then all of a sudden you call me and you're like, I will find you, and I will
Kill you. One day, imagine one day you just chilling in the thing and there's just you open up the light and I'm in a chair just sitting. No, I'm just in a chair sitting and just with a silencer.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, this is my end right here, man. That would be nuts,
Just
though.
with a silencer right there.
Yeah, but then again, I don't think I can never see.
I
you do
can-
that. You're klutz, and you're too loud for that.
I know, but that's how double agents are.
Loud? No, none of them are loud.
No, they're just like Superman. Superman had to have a cover by being a klutz and being
No, he wasn't a. Oh,
What do
okay, yeah. He
Clark
was,
Kent, dude.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Remember, he
that's
was
Clark.
like, oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He would
yeah.
stumble upon things. And
Yeah, but he
everything.
wasn't no CIA. Like, you see James Bond. James Bond's not no klutz.
No, James Bond.
James Bond is
Speaking
Bond
of
is
James,
class.
yo,
Class.
speaking of James Bond, you have to admit the current James Bond, for me, hands down. No
The best.
homo.
Oh, don't even start this topic.
What?
The best looking one you're gonna say?
Badass one. Badass one.
I think they've. I have him as. I don't know. People don't have him as their favorite.
Tango said Pierce Brosnan is his top.
This is the James Bond I really know. I haven't really watched other.
Yeah,
James
I watch.
Bond, you know
I
what
mean, I watch Sean Connery and
I mean-
like I go back in time and watch old movies.
So which James Bond is the best James Bond?
For me, it's this one. This the way he's badass.
Yeah, he's class.
He's just class, and the way he kills people is just like just like snaps the neck and shit.
Yeah.
You know, I remember the old James Bond movie, and then when you watch older movies and the villains are like, there's always a guy with a cat, Mr. Bond. You know what I'm saying? Like, these days, the bad guy's a bad guy.
He's an evil son
It's a-
of a.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know what I'm saying? He wants to get some nuclear codes or some shit. You know? And he wants to kill everybody. You know? If I was going to be a movie star, I would love to play a villain.
You like to be a villain?
Villain in a movie. I think I would play a good villain.
What type of villain would you be?
Assassin.
I don't see you being an assassin. I could see you be like I could see you being like a child of like the son of a dead warlord, and then you try to get revenge on the person that killed your father.
Yeah, but what kind of killer would I be like?
Definitely Russian.
Okay,
Definitely
I,
come
I
from
do
Russian.
that definitely.
The Russian, it fits you perfectly. So like you're that kid that
I'm listening.
while the father was still alive, you were a wild boy. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
do your own thing, you lived your own life, and then all of a
Partying guy. And
party
everything.
guy,
Okay.
and then all of a sudden something happens to your father in this movie.
Yes, in the movie.
In this movie, hypothetically,
Yeah,
something happens to
hypothetically.
your father, and then it's like you flip the switch.
And start going on a rampage.
Yeah, you go, but you go
You-
Magnum flow. You go on a rampage.
So you say Arnold Schwarzenegger type of action where it's like blasting everything away. It's not John Wick's way you're trying to tell me.
No, not John Wick. No, but the thing is, it's like it's all new to you,
Yes.
but you also don't trust anybody either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you don't know what happened to you don't know your father gave you a last message, and then at the end of the day, all you wanted to do was please your father. So
By getting the revenge.
So you change your life,
Mm.
and you try to become a warlord like your father, if not even better or stronger.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if better is the right word. A better warlord? What's a
Yeah,
better
better warlord.
That doesn't make
better.
sense. A worse warlord might make sense.
Yeah, because you can't take something negative and make it a better
Yeah, so you could be like a worse, like a more gruesome.
gruesome warlord.
Yeah,
And I like. So am I just killing people? Or am I like?
You're finding you're getting you're on your way. You're figuring out who killed your father, and you're gonna get your revenge, no matter what it takes.
I see. But in
That's
the
what I
movie,
said.
I'm killing people.
Definitely, and like nasty kill, not no like regular. Like you do some horrific.
Mm.
Like to get some information,
Yeah,
do some nasty. Shit.
I can see myself doing that.
Yeah, I mean
Like
that's
in a
not-
movie.
Okay, there you go.
In a
There
movie.
you go.
Now I have a script for you. I
Talk
just
to me.
thought about while you were talking to me. I
Talk
said a
to me.
script for you. We have to use your brother in it.
Definitely.
Okay. Now you and your brother, you're a troublemaker. Okay. Went on the streets, whatever, partying, whatever. And your brother is educated and he is a pianist and he goes to like he has
It's
a
a great thing to use, pianist.
yeah, I mean he's a pianist and he's a millionaire, whatever. And they kidnap you by accident.
Mm.
Okay? Trying to get ransom money.
Mm.
But they don't know.
They kidnap me by accident, or they kidnap me so they can get money from my brother.
No, they kidnap you thinking it's you.
Oh, so they can get.
Then they switched that and said they want money from you.
Mm.
Okay? But what they didn't know, then you and your brother were secret assassin for a Eastern European country.
Okay.
And you guys just start killing everybody.
All right, I like that.
Very short scripted.
Very short scripted. That's
You know, I could have thought of something. I could have thought of something very, dynamic. But sometimes, bro, wallah, sometimes,
simplicities.
yeah. Listen, sometimes, man, I think of like movie scripts, especially when I wake up and I was like, yo, that would be a crazy movie. And I was like, let me go use the bathroom.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna use the bathroom. I believe it's hard to come out with movies nowadays because there's just been so many.
It's
movies.
been so many.
Yeah, you're
There's
right.
nothing that it's like gonna. Wow, I never thought of that.
And even when it does, it's just a trailer, and when you watch the real movie, it's a letdown. That's why TV shows are a lot better nowadays.
I think there's sometimes. Yeah, TV shows are better. They don't make movies like they used to. The other day,
there's no more.
listen, what did we watch the other day? I put Ark on this joint.
Oh, the Truman Show.
The Truman Show.
That was a good movie. By the
That
way.
was a sweet movie.
That was a really good movie.
So the setting is Jim Carrey plays this guy. The setting is he's born in a reality world which they created like a big dome, and they follow him his whole life. And everybody around him is an actor, but he's the real deal. And he doesn't know that. And then he starts discovering things. And it's pretty dope.
That is crazy though when you think about it.
But
Like-
whoever thought of that idea, think about it.
You know what's crazy about it? Like, this the reality.
That's real reality show before
Yeah,
reality
but
show.
I could like that's something that can like that's a great idea, but I could see someone making up that idea. But the thing is that what made that show like really good
Yeah.
was how they prevented him from ever wanting to travel.
Yes.
Like they really went like
And that-
psychological with it. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
yes,
how
yes, yes.
how his father apparently drowned it in the water.
So
how
he's
he became
scared
in
of.
the water. And wherever he goes,
There's signs.
There's signs, and the thing is, people look at things and they're like, "Oh, we don't do signs." Like people don't. Like people say, "Oh, I don't pay attention to signs when on the wall."
We
But then-
do psychologically. We do.
Exactly. Without you even knowing, unconsciously, it goes in and your
Yeah.
brain processes.
Remember when he went to the travel agency and that was a poster?
Yeah, exactly.
And it says, "I was like, it can happen to you.
you.
It's a lightning strike on an airplane
Yeah.
at the travel agency."
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
And the thing is,
so that was a crazy idea.
and
of
all the
movie.
bridges were all the bridges
yeah,
were broken. Like,
Yeah.
they were. He can't.
they're doing construction.
Except one of them where his father came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that was they brought it back, but we don't get into much details.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But after that, we me and Ahmed would tell us like, yo, this is the movie. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I can't believe I didn't watch it. And I was like, sometimes
It was a really good movie.
it was a really good movie. But then we watched Gladiator after for the 500th time, of course.
Well, Gladiators in a league of its own.
Voila, but for some reason, we watch the movie and sometimes you watch a movie and there's people in the room and they're talking, people were on the phone,
Yeah.
but we're in the movie,
Yeah.
okay? And then when you listen to the lines of the movie, you be like, yo,
Yeah.
voila, this movie,
This movie was crazy.
That's why I think one of
Fix
the...
it, Mike?
What's wrong with it?
It was going off.
Better?
Yeah.
All right. That's why I think I like Quentin Tarantino movies. Because he has this long dialect of people talking.
Dialogue.
Dialogue.
Yeah.
Okay? Dialect.
Yeah.
Stupid!
No, that's okay. It's okay.
I was close enough. I should have worn my glasses. Wallah, it's much smarter with them. So he has these scenes when you would think, as you could tell somebody, yo, there's going to be a 7-minute scene right now of two people talking. And you're like, the hell?
Yeah.
But man, he's so good at that stuff where that conversation between those two people.
Man, there were some crazy lines in that movie, man.
Gladiator?
Yeah, remember when we were like, yo, listen to that line where he talks about, who was it? It wasn't.
Oh, cool. I know exactly. In front of the arena. When the guy comes with us like games. 30 days of games. And he's talking about the mob. How if he owns the mob, he controls Rome. And in essence, if you control the dirt of the arena, you control the country. Something of that nature.
It was crazy.
Yo, we looked at each other. It was like, that was... Because we had the setting that nobody was talking. Nobody was on their phones. Lights were off. And we're like...
No, lights were on, but still, I mean, but it's just everyone was paying attention.
Everybody was paying attention.
Loud.
It was loud, the movie. Because most of the time, when we watch movies, when we're around, somebody's on the phone, people are checking their text message. I don't like that, bro. I really love watching movie. I love going to the movie theater.
I learned that right away. When remember our group with Al and them?
Yeah.
I watched the movie one time and I went on.
Gladiator?
I don't know what movie. I forgot what movie we watched.
Okay.
And I was on my phone
Yeah.
and they called me and they're like, "Yo, we're done watching movies with you."
Yeah.
And I was like, "All right, yo."
It was at Al's
yeah,
house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was at the soccer club I think it was at the soccer club.
Really? That was a long time ago.
A while ago, and then they're like, "We're done watching movies with you." Al or Sal said that, and I was like, "All right, this never gonna happen again." And I don't.
Yeah,
do it no
man.
more. If I'm watching a good movie,
If I already watched the movie...
yeah. If it's more for someone else to watch,
Yes.
But if it's a new movie and it's
But
like a really good
you know
movie,
what's funny? All three of us, well, 4 of us. All 4 of us already watched this movie like 1,000 times.
no. But Gladiator's Gladiator.
Gladiator, and that's my number 1 movie pick.
I think that's like it's a Yemeni thing.
What?
Gladiator? You go up to a lot of. First of all, Gladiator is not the best movie of all time. There's a lot of great other movies, but you go up to a Yemeni.
We're gonna leave the movie.
Yeah,
with Tango.
Tango. Yeah, he's the movie. But
He's
the thing
the
is,
movie guy.
but what I want to say is, it's
For
almost
me,
every
for me.
every. I go up to a lot of Yemeni and they'll
Yeah.
be like, "Yo, Gladiator is their favorite movie of all time," because I think everyone watched it around the same time.
Yeah.
You
It
know
came
what I
out
mean?
like 2000
and everyone wanted like they felt like
2000 and what? 2003ish.
yeah, it was early 2000. But the thing is, we were all young, and that's when movies was at its like peak.
Yeah,
you know
there
what
was
I
some
mean?
good movies
And
coming up.
and
bro.
that was just like a perfect time, and everyone just watched, and everyone could just talk to each other about it.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Back in the days, you guys used to watch, like when you guys would go to like Al's house or whatever, Al's apartment or whatever. You guys would watch a ton of movies.
Yeah, of
Not-
course.
And I
We
haven't
don't do
watched
that
that
anymore.
We don't, because movies aren't really movies anymore. But
Yeah.
and plus, people are busy and everything with
Yeah,
life and
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
But now But with Gladiator, if you tell me all the movies you guys watched, I'll be like, oh, I don't even remember. I don't even know half of these movies.
That's true.
But
yeah.
you say Gladiator, everybody watched.
Everybody
Gladiator.
watched Gladiator.
And Gladiator is just the dialogue in
I-
it is just amazing.
At West End, Kid Bassam
Bassam?
yeah, works there. So me and Tango were talking about movies as we always do, you know. And then Bassam just looked like he's staring at thin air. I was like, "What's your favorite movie?" He's like, "Oh, I don't watch movies." I was like, "Listen, kid, what do you mean you don't watch movies?"
Ask him about A Boogie with the hoodie.
All right, I'll ask him about that. I don't know what that means.
That's a rapper. That's his favorite rapper.
But okay. But I'm trying to tell that. And T was like, "Yo, the kid is 16 years old." I was like, "I get it, but I watch movies at that age." You know what? Movie, like you said, they don't make movies like they used to. But I think generation, they don't like to go in the back and watch old movies because they're gonna think I'm old by watching this movie. No, that's what movies were movies, dude. Even 1980s and 1990s, you know, like classics like The Beautiful Mind, Casino, all these movies. You know, there's so much than it's just entertainment movie. You learn so much from these movies. You know, so I gave the kid the list of movies, and I was like, I don't know if he's gonna watch that. You know
Did
what
he?
I'm saying? I don't know if he did. I saw him last week.
What I think it is now, I don't think like the younger kids nowadays. I don't think they have that. They're not. They can't sit down. They can't sit down for
I was just gonna
2,
say
3 hours
that.
to watch. And
Attention span.
it's not about really attention span, really not necessarily. But nowadays, there's so much things that they've been just like mentally they just mentally focus on. They focus on so much other things
In a short period of time.
Yeah, especially with nowadays with phones.
phones,
Nowadays, you
man.
can't you could do everything on your phone. You could do
Yep.
absolutely everything
You
on
could check
your
your
phone.
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, text your family, text the group
Everything.
chat.
So like if they're watching their phone, and then, let's say they're watching the movie on their phone, and then boom, all of a sudden
Yeah.
they get a text or something. They
You
got,
go to it.
They go to that, and then all
Somebody
of a sudden,
sends a link.
yeah,
Bam, you
bam.
click on the.
So they can. I don't think they can sit down and watch. Even I know myself. Like it's a lot harder for me to sit down and watch a 2-3 hour movie than it used to be. Before I could be like, yo, if it's a good
Easy.
movie, man, I could throw my phone. But nowadays,
I started reverting back to that, to watching that. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I revert. Like the other day, I was telling about the samurai movie, 3 hours long, bro. It was an old movie. I watched it. The best way to do it, wallah, you have to just gotta put the phone away. You gotta. I know. Like, oh, what if somebody texts me? Blah blah blah. You just gotta watch the movie. So what I'm trying to tell you is, man, there's some good ass movies out there who people didn't watch, man. You know what I'm saying? There's some good ass. Like I always tell people, The Count of Monte Cristo.
that's a crazy ass movie. Wallah.
Bro,
Wow, that's a
they
crazy
was like, what are you talking about? Then I sent him a screenshot of the movie.
Yeah.
I was like, you have to. I was like, oh, it's 2.5 hours.
That's
It's like, trust me, bro.
It needs to be 2.5 hours.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I wish it was
with
5
What
hours.
happens to him? How
Exactly.
he goes, he loses everything. He has to
Yeah.
get it back. And it's
So every time I send people, and then I always get the same freaking thing. I remember Kobe telling them about Shawshank Redemption.
Shawshank Redemption
Dude,
is a classic.
a classic,
It's one
right?
of I have that top 5 movie of all
Oh,
time.
easily
Easily top
up
five.
there. But please, let's save this conversation for our next guest.
Tango, yeah.
Okay?
Next guest, inshallah.
Inshallah, we're gonna have him on next time. I think we did enough blabbing today.
I think we did enough. How long was that?
Man, about 44 minutes.
All right, that's good enough.
That's good enough, man. See, this is what I'm talking about. People talk about, oh, your videos are too long. Dude,
Bro, we could talk about anything.
wallah, we can go on forever. But because you guys have a short extension span,
Yeah.
extension,
Extension.
extension carburetor.
What the freak is going on?
Wallah, blab mode. We'll hopefully, next episode, we'll have a special guest for you guys. And then we're going to do a 3-hour episode.
That one can go
Forever.
Tango can go forever.
Forever. But
We'll talk
That-
to him. We'll see
that-
when he's available. He's a
that-
busy man.
that's for this week. Thank you for listening. Twitter, Instagram, please,
YouTube.
YouTube, all
Subscribe.
that stuff. Subscribe. Keep it going. We've been not posting probably about 10 days an episode.
Yeah.
Because-
We're trying to get weeklies. Just I'm not gonna lie. It's been the last month has been just horrible.
I know.
It's been a horrible last month.
I think people think, oh, you guys are COVID from home. But I'm busy.
Yeah.
I'm busy more than ever.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I'm just like, How many times we text each other? It's like, yo, I'm gonna come through, and be like,
And our times are different. Like, yo, come through at this time. Like, no, I can only make it at the. Oh, I can't make
Yeah,
it at
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And then it's like, all right,
Man.
next day.
man, that's life, bro. Anyways, thanks for listening, and see you guys next time.
Alrighty.